No trust to be put into a frivolous, conspiring, illegal acting police department. And when I tell you that, I'm going to tell you about Vermont State Police through one of their own stories of how they investigate their police to make sure that they're not doing bad. Well, I can tell you that I've experienced bad by Vermont State Police, Sheriff's Department, town officials, and more ever since 2006. But we're going to share with you right now this male subject, Vermont State Police trooper, explaining how they investigate and make sure that there's no wrongdoings in their force.
Making sure that we're holding everybody accountable, even law enforcement officers.
Vermont State Police Sergeant Ray LeBlanc facing a judge for allegedly stalking his wife.
The allegations are that he essentially stalked and tracked his spouse and harassed her over a period of time.
A police affidavit says LeBlanc told investigators that infidelity and financial hardships strained their marriage. Police say the investigation into the officer began after LeBlanc's wife filed for a temporary relief from abuse and stalking order last month. According to court documents, LeBlanc's wife says in a police affidavit that she believes he was tracking her vehicle by unspecified means. Investigators allege LeBlanc also went into his wife's phone, taking screenshots of a text conversation between his wife and another man. The affidavit says LeBlanc's wife admitted to state police that she had an affair with that man for a few months, and the 49-year-old officer knew who he was. According to court documents, the man said LeBlanc showed up on 3 different occasions when his wife was with him.
He went down and verified that fact. Nothing happened. No gun was pulled, no badge was shown, nothing occurred.
But his wife says it didn't stop there. In August, she claims LeBlanc showed up at a coffee shop in Boston where she was meeting a different man. State police tell us LeBlanc has filed for a voluntary leave of absence, but it has yet to be approved.
Doesn't get paid, doesn't get anything. For the simple reason we were told that it's a state police policy that if the court found probable cause, they would fire him. It's that simple.
And his attorney calling him the victim in this case.
This has not been pleasant for him. I think anybody listening to me can relate to that.
Now, LeBlanc pleaded not guilty, and a status conference has been set for March 12th. We're live and buried tonight. Matt Layton, NBC 5 News.
So with that being said, I can tell you right now that I have reported police officers and nobody would do anything about it. So I reach out to the lady that was married to that officer, trooper, and if you want to share stories with me or want to hear my story, I'd be willing to file lawsuits with you in federal court against Vermont State Police, as I have already filed, and I have also requested that the judge be investigated, Burlington Federal Court, as well as the clerk of courts being part of Department of Justice, Jeffrey Eaton, for the wrongdoings and frivolous acts of dismissal against my cases, calling my cases that I filed frivolous acts. No, I'm not a liar, and I'm going to continue filing. So therefore, knowing that, of course you know, as I've stated, conflict of interest, change of venue, right to Washington, D.C. And I'm going to be sharing more about Vermont State Police.